Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to kind of show you guys how I make these. They're little baseball cards I'm going to make as a coach's gift for my son. This is my son for his team. So this is what the front of it looks like. I haven't quite finished the back and haven't quite decided what I want to put. I think I may want to put like some stats, maybe their favorite sport, maybe their favorite team, and something interesting about them. So all right, let's get started. So here on my screen is pretty much what I started. I took a screenshot of what a typical baseball card will look like. I am opening it on PowerPoint because I find that PowerPoint is the easiest to edit photos without necessarily having Photoshop. So we'll begin by actually going to picture format. Oops. And once the picture format menu opens on the left-hand side, it has an option to remove the background. So you can use that. You can pretty much go through and remove all the spacing of the things you don't want. So you can kind of make out the items that we don't want. So in this case, this whole section. And then you can use the plus sign to give you the pieces that we do want to keep. So as you can see now, I'm selecting the pieces that I actually want to keep, which are pretty much the whole outlining of the actual card itself. This is going to give you the whole frame. Here on the left hand side, you can see what it's kind of going to look like as you go through and you're editing it. So that is pretty much how you want to keep it. I am not going to select your logo here just because I'm going to put a different background there. So we'll go ahead through, oops, let's undo that and continue to select the pieces that we do want. All right, sorry for the camera moving. My stand is causing it to do that. This is pretty much the background that I want. These are all the borders. So once you've gone completely through and selected it, then what I actually do, for what I at least did, I inserted a few shapes here. So in this case, I put in a circle here, added the circle about the size that I want it, and then you can select to format the color. So I went with a dark blue because my son is on the Detroit Tigers. So I did that. And then instead of removing this icon here, what I actually did is just searched for an image. So you can always go into insert pictures from online. And then I found this Detroit sign here, so you can choose to insert it. And then I filled, the background so that it has a white background. So if you go here to the picture again, we can format, and then where you go to fill, you can do a solid line and fill it with black. And then you can fill the background of the image. And so once you do that, I pretty much just put it here and covered it. So as you can see here in my example, and then I pretty much just put text into the little bubble to put the number of each individual child and their name. So as you can see again on our card here, here's the sign, and then our number, and then of course the child's name. And again, everything is dark blue and white because again, my son's team this year was the Detroit Tigers. Once I've done that, I've gone into my Cricut design space, and I've gone into upload some of the images of what I wanted. So here I have all of the boys from my son's team, and as well as the individual backgrounds for each boy. So I pretty much uploaded in here. When you do that, you can actually select to remove the background images of the actual border. So when I went in here, I was able to remove the background so that only the frame exists. So let's say I select this image here. I'll click on complexed, And then you can choose this option here where it says remove background. And then it pretty much removes everything around the background and it leaves pretty much just a frame. So this is, again, once I've already saved it from my PowerPoint into the Cricut. And then once I get into Cricut itself, I can actually select. So if I go over here to cards, I'll be able to select the pictures of my boys. So you'll be able to see here in just a second as it loads. Here's all the images and the sizing that I need. And then down on the bottom, I have the individual frames. So if you were to take this frame and bring it up here where the images are, you'll be able to see that pretty much this image is goes around, I should say, the actual picture of the boys. So you'll see that here. As you can see here underneath this particular boy, you'll see that it has some of the images were pretty far out. So I had to zoom into the images so that way when I actually place the frame above or on top, I should say, of the child, that it actually shows the card as zoomed in. So here I have my son's picture and his was a little bit further out. And so Cricut doesn't unfortunately let you zoom in. So I've pretty much just stretched out the image a bit in order to be able to get it to fit the frame. So once you have it all cut out and printed, it'll pretty much look sort of like this here. This is just the frame, again, with the boy's name, the number, and the sign. And then I've printed the images individually. And then what I will do, I'll simply go forward. I'm going to use the Crafters Dot Glue Runner. And then pretty much what I do is put it on the inside border of the actual card. And then I'll put it right on top. And then once I put it on top, it should obviously stick, so you no longer loose. But I did also glue my son's image to a piece of cardstock just to make the actual card a little bit thicker and so doesn't it fall. And then once you've done that, you can actually buy these individual little slots from Hobby Lobby is where I purchased mine. It comes a total of 150 count of card sleeves. This is what it looks like. Of course, here it is. Once it's open, there's 100 sleeves in here. And then what I just pretty much am going to do is put each individual boy's baseball card, as you can call it, into the little sleeve to protect it. And then each coach would have all 12 of our boys. Again, this is just a coach's gift that I thought would be a pretty cool thing to do since the boys are in baseball. What else not to do other than baseball cards? So our kids will have like their individual card for themselves. All right, well, thanks guys for watching today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave your comments below. And again, thanks for having or watching my video. Have a great day.